Nathan Zegura here at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where the Browns fall to 3-10 on the season, losing 27-14 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is a game that really shouldn't have gone the way that it did. Now, the Browns would start up. They'd get a touchdown early and take the lead. Jerry Jeudy, 35 yards from Jameis Winston, who's so good at climbing the pocket, moving to his left, keeping his eyes down the field. He found Jeudy on a third down, and the Browns had a lead with that early touchdown. But unfortunately, that was the last time the Browns would lead. It would go from that to 27-7, but that doesn't tell the whole story. This was a game of self-inflicted wounds. The Browns' D was dominant early, but then Jameis Winston was picked off on an attempted screen to Nick Chubb, the first of 2 interceptions on the day. That set up a Steelers touchdown. The Browns were down 13-7 at the end of the first half, driving, got into field goal range. Dustin Hopkins misses wide to the left. They open the second half. They get a big kick return, almost 60 yards from Jerome Ford, the longest of the season. An unnecessary roughness penalty. They stall out, but they kick another field goal. Misses wide to the right. So it should have been 13-13 at that point. It would end up then getting to 27-7. Jameis would throw 2 interceptions. Kadarius Toney late in the game, he would muff a punt and he would lose that fumble. The Browns turning the ball over 3 times. They were the more penalized team. They had more turnovers. They were stopped on a 4th and short. That's effectively another turnover, and the 2 missed field goals, and it all added up to a Browns team that could not get the job done. Russell Wilson, nothing shocking about his numbers. They didn't even have 300 yards of offense, but they were efficient and they capitalized on the Browns' mistakes. And that's really what stood out about this one. Yes, Jeudy scored. Yes, David Njoku scored 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. We even saw Nick Chubb's longest run of the season, 19 yards. We did have a forced fumble. Isaiah McGuire doing that in the second half when the Browns still had some life. But unfortunately, that drive ended with Jameis' second interception of the day, and that really was the nail in the coffin there. So the Browns don't get that season sweep. They do not win here in Pittsburgh. They are 3-10 and unfortunately officially eliminated from the playoffs. What they decide to do now over the final 4 games, you got to try to evaluate some guys on this roster. What does that look like? We'll have to wait and hear from head coach Kevin Stefanski as this Browns team tries to finish this season out. They have some tough games: Kansas City, Baltimore, Cincinnati, Miami left. They've got to find a way to get some momentum headed into 2025.